Anyone fancy themselves a journalist?
Let's get it on!
This is the Suplah Wrestling Podcast.
Slap some meat.
So to anyone who's offended by the title or the video itself, I'm actually really, really sorry. I'm really sorry that the person softer than you is your favourite wrestler.
They're gonna hate us, dude.
I don't care! The great thing about opinions is everyone is entitled to them, and it doesn't make them right. They could have the opinion that the Earth is flat. Now, I respect your opinion, but you're an idiot. So, at first I was thinking, was hypocrite too strong of a word? And I thought, no,
okay, let's get that out of the way, alright?
Yeah.
So, okay, we're in it now. Hey, everybody, this is the Suplah. My name is Sam, this is Andy. We don't like CM Punk.
Welcome!
Okay, well, that's a bit of a strong one. We used to be massive fans of the guy. But then... I mean, do we have to say why we're not anymore?
Apparently so.
Empty-headed, fucking dumb fuck.
Let's get that word out of the way first. Hypocrite. For one to be hypocritical means that you behave in such a way that suggests one has higher standards or more noble beliefs than is the case. Other words include sanctimonious, pious, self-righteous, holier than thou, superior, insincere, untrustworthy. It's funny how all of these are in a line here. The statement I'm going to make to open this is as follows.
Okay.
It's not that people can't change. People are allowed to express opinions, take in new information, and later change their opinions. But in this case, it's worth pointing out that CM Punk, returning to the WWE, despite 10 years worth of negative comments about the organization, is textbook hypocrisy. Tell me when I start telling lies. And this is the thing. So what? Who gives a fuck? Who cares if he's a hypocrite? I'm not saying that he's an awful fucking person for being a hypocrite. I'm saying that he's a shithead for assaulting people backstage and then acting like he's in the right.
Yeah, I at no point... I mean, okay, maybe I insinuated at one point saying AJ Lee is a saint to put up with him. Okay, fair enough. But I didn't mean to insinuate he is, I don't know, Joseph Stalin or...
I mean, we've spoken before
about
his leaning to the left political views, his social standings with the LGBT community is obviously a plus.
Yeah,
Very
he probably has a lot in common with us, if anything.
Yes, exactly. And because we, too, are also hypocrites and liars, I will give you a fucking task, if you're listening to this. Find someone who isn't. We've never said once that CM Punk is the only man to have ever told a lie and double back on his beliefs and opinions in the world.
Bruv, one of my favourite managers of all time is Paul Heyman.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Like...
They're kindred spirits in a way, aren't they, really? When you think about it?
Fuck me, I mean, like, at one point, we didn't go, everyone else in wrestling is a saint. I've seen other podcasts, don't watch them, watch us, who have done a similar thing, saying, how long is Punk gonna last? Is he, like, a total fucking hypocrite for doing this? Like, other shows have gone into this. I don't know why everyone just came at us. Like, I don't get why. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I woke up one morning and we've got, like, more views than we've had in the past year and more comments, and I'm like, oh god, what happened? Because I know how the internet works. People don't comment on things with positive stuff. They just don't. It's just the internet. I've been doing this for long enough to understand how this works. So when I woke up and saw people were like, oh, Sam's a hypocrite because he didn't eat ice cream, even though he has type 1 diabetes, and if he fucking has it, he will probably die. What is wrong with you people? Do you want my colleague to die? Is that what you're saying?
They'd rather I die than tell a lie. And here's the thing, right? Let's just talk about this one here. We've had a few people comment on this, and I'm gonna explain the thought process behind that initial statement.
Okay.
So when I made that comment of, if CM Punk were to ever return to the WWE, I will eat an entire tub of ice cream, it's because at that time, CM Punk returning to the WWE seemed impossible. This comment was made very close to the time that he was fired from AEW for assaulting Jack Perry and making Tony Khan feel like his life was in danger. I think the optics of hiring someone in that situation would be pretty bad. Nevertheless, I was proven wrong. However, I made a bet based on the far-fetched nature of that statement. See, I don't know what you think this is. Some guy even commented, "What the fuck did I just listen to?" This is for Suplah. We're a comedy podcast where we talk about wrestling, where jokes are often made. Whether they're good jokes or not is another matter. But that was a joke. But you see, we're an audio-based podcast. We haven't always been, but we are currently. Picture me eating a tub of ice cream on an audio podcast.
That would have been great listening.
Tell you what, look, Andy, I have with me now a tub of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. It's in my hands right now. It's very cold. And I have a spoon in my right hand. I'm gonna eat it now. Nom nom, nom nom nom, nom nom
Sam,
nom.
don't do that.
Oh my
Stop
god.
it.
I can feel the diabetic ketoacidosis taking hold of me.
Oh no! No, my boy, no!
So you know what I just did there? I lied. I'm as much of a liar as CM Punk is.
You know, my favourite
We're
comment...
both human beings that tell lies.
My favourite comment is from Liam Dunn, of all the fucking people on Earth. And even he said, "I legit can't believe people in the comments are getting more angry over Sam not eating ice cream on an audio podcast. Jesus H. Christ."
What we do here is strictly for entertainment purposes.
Fucking Nora.
And
Have
I
some
did want to
fun,
take a look at
Jesus.
some of these specific comments, but I want to also just take a look at Punk a little bit here, because he's the whole reason why we're here. I can't remember which journalist said this recently, but it's whoever puts all of his shit behind the paywall, probably Sean, probably Dave, somebody said. But reporting on CM Punk bought them a house. Because people are paying money to hear about CM Punk. And I gotta say, I didn't believe him until 3 days ago, when our video blew up for no real reason, with everyone angry because they read the title and didn't listen to the video. And I know you didn't listen to the video, because YouTube has analytics, and I can fucking tell that none of you listened to all of it for longer than 5 minutes.
If you go on to listen to the rest of the video, right, it says Punk can win us back over if he doesn't act like a cunt like he did in AEW. So we actually praise him in some ways in the end, but if you actually watch the video, you would know that.
And the reason why the video was titled as such, it follows the old way that we would report on news back in, 2016, 2017, when we had that other spike in popularity, oddly enough. It is a headline, and then in parentheses, an opinion. These aren't objective facts. We're not, again, I've said it before, CM Punk is a hypocrite, so fucking what? Who actually gives a shit? It doesn't matter. That doesn't make him a bad person. What makes him a bad person is assaulting co-workers, but that's another thing. For everyone to just take that line at face value and think that this is just a 50-minute video where we're incessantly shitting on Punk, that's not even what the whole video was. We talked about Survivor Series, we talked about AEW with the Devil storyline and the Continental Classic, we talked about more than Punk in that video, as we often do, because it was a conversation between two friends who just so happen to be wrestling fans. There's a very charged emotion behind the statement of CM Punk is a liar and a hypocrite. And that doesn't even sound like a word anymore now, we said it so many fucking times. I'm gonna take a look at some of the things that CM Punk has said over the last 10 years that would lead us to come to the conclusion that he is in fact a liar.
I can't believe we have to do this.
Well, everyone else is doing it, so why don't we just join in, huh?
Great.
I'm gonna just dig up a couple of quotes that I've sourced from various tweets, interviews, promos over the last 10 years, and I'm just gonna read them out to you. These are all things that CM Punk has said. WWE has slimy backstage politics. He said that in 2015, around the time of his UFC debut. In 2016, he says the following: I will never wrestle in WWE again. In 2019 at StarCast, he says, I have nothing more left to accomplish in the WWE. Also in 2019, he makes a famous tweet to The Miz. Go suck a blood money-covered dick in Saudi Arabia, you fucking dork. 2019, he makes that tweet. Just put that one in your back pocket as well. We now get to 2021. He says the following. WWE stamped the love of wrestling out of me. I am never going back to WWE. The WWE knows exactly who they are, and they just continue to prove it. In the famous the CM Punk MJF promo, he calls MJF a less famous Miz, and the only way that MJF will get to the top of company is if Tony will have a daughter for MJF to marry. Now you may think, what has that got to do with any of this? Well, there's a quote from CM Punk in October 2019 which says as follows. I think AEW needs to focus on themselves and stop talking about WWE. I just think it lessens and cheapens what they are doing when they constantly attack WWE. There hasn't been an alternative to WWE in so very long, and I think they do a disservice to themselves when they're trying to be the alternative, but constantly bringing up WWE. He then tells MJF in a promo,
if you think the grass is so green around the other side, be my guest. Go ahead, leave. Main event night 4 of a buy one, get one free extravaganza, and then get released faster than you last in the sack. When you come back, I'll still be here, and that ass kicking will be waiting for you.
It kind of contradicts his previous statement there, if you want to get what I'm saying. At the Double or Nothing 2022 press conference, CM Punk says,
I reached the potential that I could have given the limitations they constantly put on me. And I feel here, there's no limitations put on myself or anybody, and sky's the limit. So I finally feel like I could reach my potential. So that's what I mean.
Just want to go back to his quote from StarCast where he says, I have nothing more left to accomplish in WWE. He also says, fun fact in that as a little aside, he says, I feel like I don't have to engage in backstage battles here in AEW.
Why did
he said this in 2022 at the Double or Nothing press conference.
Few months later.
Uh-huh. Also, as recently as last year, he says, in regards to Vince McMahon retiring, the culture in WWE will not change there at all.
Why are you there then, Phil?
I just think it's worth pointing out that these are things that the man has said. So for him to literally go back to WWE, despite him saying that he will never go back to WWE as recently as 2 years ago, I think that goes back on what he said, doesn't it? And again, don't get me wrong, people are allowed to change, and they're allowed to take in new information and change the way their opinions are. This was so recent, and it's been so maintained over the last 10 years, that for him to just seemingly forget all about it, and just go on back there because they gave him enough money, it says it all. I feel like I don't have to fucking mansplain this, but apparently I do, because CM Punk fans are delusional.
It looks like you just have to mansplain it to people, and you gotta use big letters and small words. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Well, speaking of that, there's the comments section.
Oh, great. Let's do this then.
Everybody's talking at me.
Now, don't get me wrong. Not all of these are negative. Some of these are actually positive, and I want to take a look at some of those first.
Okay, let's do the positive first. Let's do this.
We have a comment from D96MR, or Mr.
Hello.
I suppose, who says, I'm probably in the minority, but I'm just happy that he's back on my screen. If this is going to be the end, I'm going to enjoy the ride while it lasts.
Alright, fair enough.
People are allowed to be happy that he's back.
Yeah, to each their own. Like, at no point did we say, if you like CM Punk, you're also a dickhead. We didn't say that at all.
No.
So, if you like CM Punk, then you can like CM Punk. Whatever floats your fucking boat. I don't really not
You also have
saying
to
that
live
I
in a
can.
world where people dislike CM Punk, and you have to get along with those people.
Yeah,
Because this is the fucking internet, for fuck's sake. We're all allowed to vocalize our opinions as loud as we fucking want.
this is the thing that irritates me. I was a CM Punk fan. I could send you a picture if you want of me at university with fucking X's on my hands pretending I'm CM Punk for some reason, because I was probably pissed. Right?
Ironically so.
Yeah.
Thomas McCormack, 4796, says, "The most interesting feud in years was between Punk and MJF. Can't wait to see what happens in WWE."
Okay, fair enough.
That's a fair point. That's probably a dig at me saying that I don't believe that him going to AEW and producing that feud wasn't worth the time, based on the fucking controversies that he's strung up as a result. To be fair, you're allowed to have an opinion. I'm also allowed to have mine. Do I think that the Punk vs MJF feud was worth him going to AEW for? No. But you're allowed to enjoy it yourself. It was legitimately good storytelling. But these are just opinions. That's a wonderful thing. We're all allowed to have opinions as wrestling fans. And that's just what I expressed there. Young Styles SSE says, "People need to stop whining about this man coming back to a company that is different from what he left." A fair point. The company has changed. Triple H is in charge of the creative side, and Vince is nowhere to be seen. This is most likely the reason why Punk is even there in the first place. Now, to say that we're whining, I don't think that's the case. I think we're just merely stating facts and then giving our opinion based on those facts.
See, this is the other thing I hate. Is when people speak truth and they don't like it.
But yeah, they resort to whataboutism, name-calling, insults.
It's like...
We've seen it here.
Yeah. We're telling you facts of life. If you don't like them, well, tough. I mean, what do you want me to do?
You know who else would do that?
CM Punk. For God's sake.
Get off social media, you incel. Yeah.
The real Dustin Nunn says, back in 2011, CM Punk got cut off on the mic for trying to expose WWE's anti-bullying campaign. Punk has been gone from WWE since 2014, and now Punk is back in WWE after 9 years, and that doesn't make any sense. You're correct.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. Now granted, the pipe bomb was a worked shoot, so they gave him ample room to say all of these things. I'm never going to take anything from the pipe bomb as being like a controversial take or anything, because they allowed him to do that. What's actually controversial is the gripe bomb, where he literally went off the fucking rails in that press conference and he badmouthed the company as a result. So that in itself is a lot more controversial.
And the other thing as well is we also sort of say about Tony Khan in that instance as well. We've said this on numerous occasions, that he should have done something to stop that.
Yeah, he didn't have a backbone.
Yeah, we've also not taken the piss, but we've...
Oh, I think we have, mate.
Okay, you have with your impression. But, but we've gone into why Tony should have done something. So we've critiqued Tony Khan as well as Punk. It's not
I will
us
forever
singling
bitch out Tony Khan for him only taking action when it was his life endangered. Ace Steel can bite somebody backstage, steel chairs can be thrown, the dog can bark all he wants. That's fucking fine. But as soon as Tony has some monitors fall on him, oh, he has to be fired now. It's like, fuck off, Tony. You should have done something. You should have created an environment where CM Punk wouldn't have been able to lash out and tank his stock. But that's another thing entirely. Various people, Kyle Mulkey2669 and Mr. I Like Spam Mobile Edition 592. Brilliant
What a
names.
name. That is a
Love
great
these
name,
names.
though. That is a fantastic name.
They say every wrestler is a hypocrite. What former WWE wrestler isn't? Again, we can all resort to whataboutism when we can't refute the initial statement. We say that CM Punk is a hypocrite, and we're correct. And again, so fucking what? Who cares?
Yeah,
It's not a bad thing. We're stating facts here.
Yeah, and we didn't say that no other WWE superstar...
Yeah, we said
is a
fuck
hypocrite.
all about anybody else. Again, if you want us to sit here and list every single person in planet Earth who's been a hypocrite, we would list ourselves, and then every other human being to have ever existed.
Fuck me, I'll add my cat to that list.
Yeah. He looks at you like he won't shit in the fucking pantry, and then look at him. Look what he's doing.
Wow.
Clutch buckets.
What a name! These names, though. They're fantastic. That's the one. Okay, that's the one thing about these comments, right? Some of your usernames are fucking brilliant. And I applaud you for being able to get those. Good job on those. The rest of it, not so much. But your usernames, very good, and I appreciate those. Congratulations.
This coming in from Clutch Buckets 9022. Says, what the fuck did I just listen to? Laughing
the greatest thing ever.
Well, we're the Suplah. We've been doing this since 2009, and no one knows who we are, and that's okay. We do this for fun.
We were known at one point, and then...
And now we're not, and now we are again, apparently. It's fine.
For all the wrong reasons.
Right. To which a guy named Nero48 replies, a couple elite marks try to shit on CM Punk.
Okay, they obviously haven't listened
to which Liam Dunn replies, you clearly don't listen to the show if you think they are AEW marks. To which I say, I don't consider myself to be an elite mark. If anything, I don't even care for the Young Bucks that much these days. My feelings on Kenny Omega are obviously well known. I'm more of a Seth Rollins mark, or a Drew McIntyre mark, or a WWE mark in general. Andy's the one who loves AEW, and even then, recently, he's been like, well...
Yeah, like, I'm known as the AEW mark in our little circle of people. And, now, even now, I'm a bit like, well,
they're making mistakes.
Yeah, like, I'm at that point. So I don't know, I'm kind of, I don't know, somewhere...
This is obviously a joke from Nero here. I mean, we're clearly just a couple of paid elite Tony Khan fucking bots here, fucking disparaging CM Punk for no real reason, right?
Bro, we are not bots. You can't AI me. It's impossible.
We tried, and he became evil and turned rogue.
See?
High Power Base 2337 says, in reference to me not eating the ice cream, so you're a liar. Why would I even listen to the rest of this video? You don't have to. That's the great thing about free will. You don't have to listen to this, and you don't even have to comment on the video if you don't want to. But you felt like doing that, so congratulations, we obviously did something right.
The best part about this, like, it's not North Korea. We're not making you do anything.
This is the state-mandated Suplah listening hour.
Hi, I am your new overlord. You will listen to me sing about tossing salad for 17 hours straight. Good luck.
Believe me, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Exactly. I've had to deal with that for the last 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
He also comments, I saw CM Punk the more than my dad the night of his WWE debut. I'm not sure what he's trying to say here. It's a butchered quote from the video where I made a joke where I said that I talk about CM Punk more than I see my own father. Again, a humorous throwaway line, not really meant to be delved into, but alright, you wanna shout that one out? Cool, thanks.
Yeah, I don't get that one. I'm sorry.
David McAllister 1280 says, you don't need 47 minutes to explain about Punk.
Are you sure these people are not bots?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
The entire video, as I've said, wasn't us explaining the entire CM Punk situation. To be fair, not much to explain. He's back in WWE now. That's the end of the statement. We talk about a great many things in that show. Survivor Series, AEW, and other things. Just having a conversation that any two friends would have. And again, I see that viewer retention graph in the YouTube analytics. Very few people watched the entire video anyway. So you say we don't need 47 minutes. How long should we spend talking about stuff on the internet? Should we spend like 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about CM Punk for 47 minutes. Maybe, just maybe, like you said, if you actually watched the video, you would know that. But of course you didn't, so again, don't come after the king and make shit up, right? Don't come after me and make shit up, because we can see everything. We can see the numbers and the analytics and shit.
I mean, granted, we can't see the individuals who have watched the entire thing.
But we know that people didn't watch the whole thing.
I can see that 8% of people have held on until the end, which I think, congratulations. There's a few reasons that I still want to do this show in the year of 2023. Number one, firstly, I enjoy talking to Andy Kwan about wrestling.
Aw, that's actually the nicest thing you've said about me.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm capable of saying nice things to this freak.
wow. You know what, fuck you.
I enjoy documenting these conversations, for games, for ranking episodes, for dumb shit that we do, so I can look back on them in the future and remember the time I spent with my friend fondly. I also want to hear from other wrestling fans, and what their opinions are on what we decide to talk about. We don't do this for the views. If we did, we would have stopped years ago.
Oh god, like, literally, this is another shoot. We do not make money.
We did at one point. We did at one point. But then
really
YouTube
did.
said, fuck you, and now we don't. So now we do it for fun, but even more so nowadays. The channel's had its peak throughout the years, with a community of sorts coming together for a while around 2016, 2017, City Hall era, I call it. That was fun. It was a fun hobby. But you know what? That was 7 or 8 years ago. People change. Life changes. Situations change. We've gone through so much shit. That community has since disappeared, gone elsewhere, stay around. I know a few of our regular listeners are still here, and if you are listening to this, you're a brave soul, congratulations. To the point where if we were to stop doing this, nothing would change. No one would miss us. The entire point of this is that we have fun, talking about whatever we want to fucking talk about, whether we'd fucking smash or pass the big dog. We do whatever we want to fucking do. When we stop having fun doing that, we'll stop posting 47-minute videos about CM Punk where people only read the headline and get mad about it.
And to be fair, there was a personal thing in my life, and also there were things going on in all of our lives where the point where we just didn't find this enjoyable, and we stopped for a bit. Then we came back and thought, fuck it, we'll just do things because they're fun.
I blame Ronda Rousey.
Why?
Do you not remember in the run-up to that awful triple threat at WrestleMania? We basically stopped after that for like a year.
Oh, it's because of the car thing.
That was the... I mean, I think 2017 coupled with 2018 and then 2019 was what forced that extended break, but fucking hell, we needed it at the time.
Jesus.
And during which point the audience fell off, and which point, you know what, I'm fine with that. We had fun at the time. Now we've got a new audience that doesn't like us and doesn't watch our videos. So, whatever, man. Jeff Anayuki 8214 says, everyone is a hypocrite, including you. I know. I never said I wasn't.
Yep, we never
I'm more on the line thinking that he's just selling out, CM Punk, but that's just his theory. Let the man enjoy his career while he still has one. Of course he's selling out. It's blatantly clear when you look at this situation. He was offered a massive bag of money. He took the bag of money, and in the process, he went back on the principles, but he's been drilling into our heads for the last 10 years. In regards to letting him enjoy his career, he doesn't care what we're saying. He doesn't know who we are. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know who any of his fans are on an individual level. And us talking about him on the internet does not affect his career in any way, shape, or form. If it affects you, again, we're sorry that you're so sensitive to believe that this is a targeted attack against CM Punk fans, because we dare badmouth the Second City Saint.
Can you imagine, though, if he did? Oh, Christ.
I come home one day and he's fucking waiting for me in the living room like, hey, do we have a problem here?
Do we have a problem here? Like, oh,
no, Phil, I'm straight edge because of you. He's like, oh, poof, poof, poof.
Yeah, you don't drink because of him, and I drink.
I'm here getting choked out on my living room floor. I'm like, I was just a big fan. I'm so sorry.
and then I knock on my door, and you're just like,
he's dragging my corpse behind him, like, hey, do we have a problem here, pal?
And then he goes and gets Larry, and then he just puts
Yeah.
him up against my cat, and they just start fucking beating the shit out of each other. And it's just like, no, my boys, what are you doing? and then Punk's like, look what your cat did. Like, you fucking brought your dog here. And then
Oh, we have a problem.
You're like, yes, we do have a problem. What are you doing to my cat? Fucking hell, that turned. That went down a weird road.
This Joe leaves a comment. Dang.
Wait, what was his
Is
name?
this Samoa Joe, by the way?
No, what's his name?
This Joe.
This Joe.
Not that Joe. It's
This Joe. That's a fantastic
Yeah.
name.
Okay, it's not Samoa
love
Joe,
it.
it's this Joe.
I fucking love it.
He says, these guys seem really occupied with bitching about someone making a positive move in their career. Pretty lame. Well, sir, you're bitching about the people bitching about it. None of us are winners here. We're all wrestling fans. We suck. We're all bad. I've always said it's a personality flaw to be a wrestling fan, and I'm not telling a lie when I say that. That is my legitimate opinion. But if you can make peace with that, then you can actually find enjoyment in this ridiculous form of fake theatre.
Oh my god, I didn't even realise that till you mentioned it. He's bitching about us bitching? What the fuck?
So what the fuck do you want?
What's this guy then? Do we come and going, you seem to be bitching about somebody else, bitching about someone else, and then...
Why are you a part of a fandom if you are complaining about people complaining online?
Oh, fucking hell, my head hurts. This is like some sort of Inception.
Touch grass, Joe.
This is like fucking Inception. It's just gonna never end. And then you're just like, well, you're bitching about me bitching about, well, you're bitching about us bitching about you bitching about you.
We're all bitching. We're all wrestling bitches, for fuck's sake. Hey, if this is a positive move for his career, then great. Good for the famous millionaire. But we have yet to see...
I'm sure he needed the money really, really bad. Fucking hell, man.
But we have yet to see anything come from this.
Exactly.
It has been 1 week and some change. He has made one promo. So it's very bold to assume that this is positive when his fucking track record over the years has proven that he can make a bad situation out of almost nothing. Out of broken fucking glass.
Like, literally.
Cry me a river, Joe.
I don't understand how you can say this was a positive move when he's only been there for 10 days, 14 days, whatever.
Oh no, it's positive because his pockets are now further lined with that blood-sucking Saudi dick money or whatever the fuck he said. Yeah,
that's what he said. They're his own words.
And then the hero Nero48 comes in and says, he came back to do business. Was he supposed to hate WWE forever? Triple H said it best. People can change in a decade. If anything, you're the hypocrite for blatantly lying about eating the ice cream. In parentheses, I'm joking, of course.
See,
you know what?
He even realizes the ice cream is...
Nero, buddy, you get it. Thank you. I'm glad that people are able to know what jokes are and not take them at face value, much like YouTube headlines. But again, to the rest of your comment, he wasn't supposed to hate WWE forever, of course not. But we're acting as if he wasn't making derogatory comments to them as recently as last year.
Well, yeah, like, that. If he said these things, like, 10 years ago, and didn't say any... And he did, and then during that period of time said nice things or didn't say anything at all, we'd be like, alright, who cares? But the fact is it's like, last year, I swear he said something this year. But anyway, so he said things quite recently, in recent history.
In the grand scale of 10 years, 1 year is recent.
Yeah.
And, you know, people can change over the course of a decade. We've done that. We've all done that as human beings.
I've lost
my biggest
hair.
question is, how much has he changed in the space of 3 months since he endangered the safety of AEW employees?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking, oh, he's actually been gone for 10 years. I said it in the original video. You're acting like he didn't bitch himself out in AEW. If we ignored that happened, yes, I would say this is a positive move, welcome back, punker. But no, he's shown his balls to everyone on stream now, and you just expect us to just ignore it. We're not ignoring it. These are facts that have happened. It doesn't matter anymore.
That's the thing. It's like, I like Conor McGregor, right?
Oh boy.
He's a shithead.
There's a common theme with you, as we've learned, is that your idols are just bad people.
But here's the difference.
I can't even say it anymore. I can't even joke that these people are bad people, because people think it's so fucking serious.
But
Jesus Christ.
here's the difference between me and these commenters. I know he's a shithead. And I don't go, how dare you bring up a bus? Like, I know he smashed a bus up. I know he's punched a guy in a pub. I know, like... But I don't know why, I just like the guy, alright? And
well, yeah, there's a reason you have cult of personality as your ringtone still, by the way.
I've changed that, and I only had...
I like the song! I like the song!
I don't like the song!
Phil, I like the song!
The song was in San Andreas!
Yes,
that's how old I am!
That's, if anything, wrestling fans know cult of personality for, it's GTA. Nothing else.
I'm old. How many more times have I got to mention this? It's making me sad. Stop making me tell the world that I'm fucking in my 30s. Stop it.
Well, I mean, you carbon dated it. I haven't said shit.
Oh, touche.
Haha.
Haha.
A comment from Iggy Bang. This is a person who called us dorks, by the way. But I just want to say, because we're being negative here, I just want to say, based on his profile picture, it seems like he lifts weights. If that is in fact who this is, if Iggy Bang is the person in his profile picture, congratulations. Congratulations, you have a nice pair of arms.
Bro,
I wish I had those myself.
Holy fuck, this guy's jacked. Fair play. Fair
Good for you, bud.
Fair dues, man.
So, to all the dorks out there, says Iggy Bang, Punk isn't a hypocrite. Almost every one of the grievances he had about the company simply go away when Vince McMahon is gone. And yes, no, hold on.
Okay.
And yes, while Triple H is his boss, there is also a council of investors that keep Hunter in check too. So this is no longer a one out of touch old man ruins the show unchecked scenario. He's going to have a great 2 to 6 year run and move into a coaching role, production of matches, or he'll retire. It's funny you say that 2 to 6 years comment, because I swear we made those same comments 2 years ago when he joined AEW.
Yeah.
And look what happened there.
Yeah.
But anyway, whilst that is true, to be fair, that is true, but his grievances with the company are mostly due to Vince McMahon's leadership and the culture that Vince created. Although, he rarely singled out Vince McMahon when Punk was airing said grievances. He addressed the WWE as a whole entity. In recent years, he just says, in the WWE, it's the WWE. He never said, it's Vince's fault. I mean, if he was gonna fucking address the entire fucking staff role like it's hit him up, like he's fucking Tupac, like, oh, we're gonna do it like this. Fuck WE, fuck Vince, fuck Kevin, fuck Paul, fuck anyone who associates with the WWE. It's like, okay, maybe I'd understand that. But he didn't do that. He just vaguely addressed the entire company as a whole, which has, thousands of employees? So, that kind of paints it with a general brush there. And as for Triple H's leadership of the WWE, it's seemingly led to a positive backstage environment so far, with AEW having a majority of the drama thanks to Punk himself. But if that's the case, that WWE is a more positive work environment, that may be better for him. That may be good for him. He may not want to fucking lash out anymore. Because that's again, we said it at the top of the first video. There's a reason why this happened in AEW. It's because Tony set a culture where CM Punk felt like he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. And he was right. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted until he attacked Tony. By which point everyone said, yeah, you should fire him now. And Tony's like, oh, okay, I guess.
Oh, I guess I should.
Aw, shucks. But, yeah, you know what? To say he isn't a hypocrite, he is, though. We're saying it, we're drilling it into everyone's heads. He is, but so what? That doesn't mean you can't enjoy him. That doesn't mean you have to like him any less. That doesn't mean you have to agree with us.
It's like my
We're
Conor
just
McGregor
stating
thing.
the fucking facts of the fucking minutes of a meeting here.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what we're doing.
Like, literally, it's exactly like my Conor McGregor thing. I will watch Conor McGregor fight, even though I know he's a no.
And we're finally at the end of these with Kratos X23, and this is my favourite comment on the whole thing. I genuinely don't care if he's a hypocrite. I don't care. Punk is an entertainer. Entertain me. Which he's good at doing. He's not the arbiter of my moral compass. In fact, we couldn't be further apart on that front. Finally! Someone who makes sense.
Jesus Christ, we got there in the end, didn't we? Bloody hell.
Good job, Kratos. You're actually the first person to actually talk some fucking sense around it.
Ding, ding,
Jesus
ding, ding, ding,
Christ.
ding, you win!
And you have a profile picture of Asuka as well, so that's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, that's very good.
Everybody's talking at me.
I don't enjoy being incessantly negative. Believe me, if you've known me over the last decade or so, you may think I'm telling lies again. But I've moved on from being a bitter, 21-year-old, where I can just shit on my friends and shit on everything because, it's my fucking moral right as a denizen of the internet. No!
Please don't shit on me, I don't want that.
I've done much of that over the years. I'm bored of it now. I want to celebrate Andy Kwan. I want to celebrate wrestling. Can't we all just get along? We all like wrestling. We're all fucking weirdos and freaks and losers. Why can't we all just bond over that? Christ almighty.
wrestling is stupid and weird, and we're stupid, and okay, I'm not, but yeah, I am. I can't say
really?
that. Look, we're here to have fun. Just, I don't want to sound like Vince, but just have some fun. Damn it!
And that's what we're gonna do.
Exactly. That's what
We've stopped doing weekly news because we don't care, but still, we're going to have fun for the rest of the year. We're going to put out probably one more video at the rate we're going, and then bam, it's the end of year awards. Hey, it's our favourite time of year, so we're going to get back on track now from this. I feel like we've said everything that we want to say about Punk. My closing statements are, he's a hypocrite, I don't care, I'm going to see if he can put on entertaining matches and good promos, and see if he doesn't lash out. If all those boxes are fucking ticked, I will be fine. There's nothing to worry about. Everyone put down your fucking pitchforks and torches just because I said a derogatory thing about some famous millionaire who doesn't know who any of us are. Get a grip.
Here's my closing statement.
Have fun.
Drew McIntyre on Raw said the exact same thing we did.
Liars, hypocrites, cowards, just plain idiots. Apparently, you can get fired, released, leave, do what you want for a bunch of time, come back to the company, and you're instantly forgiven these days. I could be talking about anybody.
It's almost like they know it too.
It's almost as if that maybe is the fucking story of the fucking kayfabe side of it. It's almost as if this is entirely what it's supposed to be.
Like, do you think the
How
writers...
dare you call The Rock a bad person for siding with Vince McMahon and joining the fucking corporation? Oh, you're a dickhead too, you know that, Andy?
Oh, I'm such a dickhead. Like, literally,
no.
do you think the writers listened to that show?
I mean, probably. I'm scared for what future comments come on this, but at this point, we're done with this. I'm washing my hands of it.
Yeah, I'm done with this.
If anyone even from that video watches this and comments on it again, cool, man. Good for you. Hope you have a good rest of the day. We're going to do that too.
And, if you don't have anything nice... No, I'm joking.
Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
This is the Suplah Wrestling Podcast.
Want some meat?
Empty-headed, fucking dumb fuck.